so dark in here? I guess I have to season this shrimp and wash it. I should have my tripod down here with me. What the? Who are you? Hey, person. I'm about to not film, because I was debating on if I should do this like live or make a video, but I'm basically doing a cooking live, I guess. I think the last time I went live, people were requesting like I do a cooking or something, because I used to do cooking videos when I first started YouTube. But I haven't done one in a long time. What? Yeah, I just bought those. It's like I could eat like 3 of those, bro. They're so good. What am I doing? And I just ate dinner too, but after dinner, since I'm old now, I gotta have something sweet after dinner. Hola. Is that French or Spanish? It looks like French. Hi, everybody. I'm about to do a cooking video. Cooking with Tia. Like the live, guys. Like the live. What those streamers be saying. Hola, hola. So these are my seasonings. Right here, this is what we're working with. I'm about to season this shrimp right here. I got this from Aldi. Peeled, deveined, tail off. That's how I like my shrimp. Okay, I don't like doing all this extra work, taking the tail off for the shrimp, or taking off the veins and everything like that. I don't like doing that. So basically, when I get shrimp like that, completely raw, no seasoned, I get a bowl, and then I pick out my seasonings and I pour them all into the bowl, and then I wash my shrimp first, and then let them drip a little bit so all the water doesn't get in the bowl, and then I'll put them in the bowl with the seasonings, use my hands, mix up the seasonings in there. So that's what I'm about to do. Should I get my tripod? I don't even know if I have a phone tripod anymore. Should I? No, it's too much work. Oh no, do it. Do it like this. Wash like how with what? What do you mean? Can you hear me like this? I wash the shrimp. Like, you should wash your shrimp, your chicken, everything, because when it comes in the pack like this shit is raw. Like, I can already see like little bits of like skin or whatever. Am I live, bro? Why does it keep going out like that? Okay, so bowl. I'm gonna put paprika first into the bowl. And I also don't like measure things either. I kind of just like eyeball everything. Damn, that messed me up, bro. Because it said, like, something came up on my screen that said, like, connection lost or, like, something like that. And I was like, I've never gotten that when I was doing one of my lives before. It said, like, bad connection or something. I don't know. This is black pepper. And then I'm not really a fan of like super spicy things, but I kind of just be mixing seasonings in the bowl. It really doesn't matter what seasonings you use. This is adobo. But some of that, some of that. And I also don't use salt when I'm cooking either, because salt is like in half of the seasonings I use. So there's no point of me adding more. My dad is also, he also has like high blood pressure. So it's like, I try not to make things too salty. Even if I'm the only one eating it, I just don't want to also get high blood pressure, because isn't that how it works? That it usually like runs in your family or whatever. You said, yes, a cooking live. Yes, I'm doing this because of you. I was originally going to make a video, but then I realized I would have to like edit it and make a thumbnail for it and, you know, trim it down, because obviously cooking takes time, and then I'm not about to make like a 30-minute long video. So I was like, yeah, let me just do a live, because I'm meal prepping my food for work tomorrow. So right now I'm waiting for the water to boil so I can cook this cheese tortellini. And then I also have shrimp. And then I was gonna make like multiple things, because I think I didn't buy the crab. I was gonna buy like some little like crab strips. It's like called imitation crab. And I was gonna do like a seafood thing, how I buy like crab, scallops, salmon, shrimp, like everything. But realistically, that's like $50 right there. So I was like, oh, never mind. Because scallops cost $20 for that bag of scallops, and it was on sale for 17, but I was like, that's still expensive, bro. So the salmon I bought, this is the buttery steakhouse salmon from Food Lion. And I've been putting it in the oven, and it definitely cooks way better, because I used to cook salmon in the pan, but I realized it cooks better in the oven. So now, cilantro. Hola, hola, hola. Welcome to the live. Like the live, guys. Like the live. Every time, like, people be doing that, especially when I go live on TikTok, I just automatically be saying that. It's, like, engraved in my mind, which is funny because I don't even watch any streamers. I just see clips of Kai Sanat and how they be saying that, you know? And then all of my seasonings are dry in a bowl. Sometimes I add lemon juice because, like, I guess with seafood, you're supposed to, like, rinse it with lemon juice a little bit. But I don't know exactly how to do that. Like, I feel like rinsing it with water is good enough, right? Where's my strainer, bro? Oh, my back, my back. This kitchen is a mess, bro. We got too much pots and pans down here. Whoop. Imitation, why? I mean, I used to like imitation crab when I was little. Like, my mom used to make it, and at first, like, I couldn't tell if it was like real crab or like fake crab or something. And then it's clearly called imitation crab, so like you should know it's fake. But I don't know. To me, it tastes good when we put it in a curry sauce. We put it in a curry sauce, and you know, I'll add like my usual spicy stuff. Or sometimes we just add barbecue sauce, because barbecue sauce makes everything taste good, but then also like it mixes well with other flavors. So here's my lemon juice. Yep, I'm not gonna cook the salmon today because it's already 7 o'clock, and I went out today only for 2 hours. But I was talking to this girl at the mall for the longest time because I went to JCPenney and I used to work there, so I was like asking her certain stuff about it, and then she was telling me all this drama with her mother-in-law or whatever. So I was only outside for like 2 hours, and then I get home at like 5 o'clock, and I realized, I'm like, damn, this is like another work day, because this morning I basically did nothing. I did my makeup, got ready, and then I went out. I actually wore a real outfit this time instead of this outside. Um, so yeah, and I was gonna take pictures with my camera, but I was like, nah, I don't feel like it. So I don't know. But yeah, it feels like I've been out all day, even though I haven't. God damn it. Let me turn it this way so y'all can see. Can you see? Not really. I don't like the taste. Um, I don't know. I think like I feel like all seafood in general is kind of pricey though. But I've never been like a chicken person, and I know that's like the typical thing. How it's like, oh, like all black people like chicken, fried chicken or whatever. But me personally, I've just never really liked chicken like that, regardless if it's like fried or baked or grilled. I don't know. The only chicken I kind of like is Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Like I only like chicken when it's in a sandwich. I don't necessarily like, chicken legs, chicken thighs, or the breasts or anything. I don't. I've just never been a chicken fan, I guess. So even when I was younger, like I'm more of like a shrimp person. Even though people say that like, shrimp is technically like, I don't know, but I don't know. And this head wrap look is only because the shirt that I wore was like it was like a flowy brown top, like that boho earthy girl look or whatever. So that's why I had the head wrap on. Cause my hair is looking kind of crusty, and I was supposed to redo some of it today, but it's gonna take too long. And it's like the weekend goes by so fast, and then I'd be having to go back to my shitty job during the week. This is a lot of shrimp, actually. And what's funny is my dad just cooked shrimp for dinner, and he bought the shrimp how it has like the tail on already, like the tail still on it or whatever. And he cooked it, and I feel like it tasted fine, but this is like technically I don't even have to meal prep for like the next 2 days because my dad cooked rice and he cooked some shrimp. So technically I could just fucking put that in a container. But I was like, let me just prep my own food. Because it's annoying because it's like I gotta cook this and then after work I gotta come home and find something to eat for dinner, It's just like constantly eating. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, we're eating the same 5 different foods. It's either like rice, pasta, shrimp, chicken, like kind of boring, but I'm not like a chef, so I don't necessarily like branch out and buy like other foods, Like, I'm not like a big cooking person in general. Okay. And this is just, I mean, it's not necessarily extra, it's mostly just my meal prep. My dad, he cooked like a lot of rice. And it's only 3 of us because my sister moved into her apartment with her boyfriend. So now it's like, now we need even less food. But my parents like low-key hate cooking. Like, I know how usually the woman cooks food or whatever, but my mom hates cooking. So my mom used to cook like during the week. Like, we would come home from school, she would be cooking, and then my dad would cook on Sundays because he's off work on Sundays. I got my shrimp in my strainer. But yeah, I just need food to work because I'm trying to eat better, like I said in the last live, and just be more healthy because I am getting older and whatnot. I need a pan. Duh. But I'm trying to like just be more healthy, I guess. So I'm starting to eat stuff that I've just never eaten before because I bought some beans. I'm gonna show y'all, like the regular like canned beans, because I've never eaten beans in my life. And that's probably why my like I have like such bad like bloating right now, because I don't eat things with fiber in it. Because when I was looking up like what has fiber, it's like beans and like nuts or squash or bananas, literally everything that I don't like. So I haven't eaten that stuff since childhood, and I'm like, damn, like no wonder I've been having all these bloating problems or like digestion issues simply because I just don't eat enough fiber. Technically, it's like I don't eat any fiber, you know. So maybe like my stomach is just all clogged up. I guess I don't know. And I also am not a big eater of fruit. Like I think back when I was in like middle school, I used to eat like a lot of fruit, and then I kind of like fell off of that mostly because like fruit you kind of have to like peel it yourself, you got to cut it yourself. It was just always too much work, so I wouldn't just never go to the store and buy it. And then like my mom would get it occasionally, but obviously like it's like I would be eating some fruit but just not as much as I should. Same with like vegetables. The only vegetables I'd be eating are like corn and like the baby carrots and stuff. So it was like I was eating like a lot of processed foods and just a lot of pasta in general, which is a starch. It's probably why I was gaining weight hella fast too, because I told y'all I gained like 30 pounds in the past couple months, you know? What am I doing? Oil. Ooh. But yeah, so it's like my diet basically my whole life has been messed up. And I guess that's like partially my fault because I like as you get older you could easily like I could have just done my own research and been like, oh, I need to buy this, I need to eat this to be healthy, blah blah blah. But in reality, I guess I just didn't really care because I've been skinny my whole life, you know. And since I was skinny, I didn't feel the need to like watch my diet. I was pretty much like, oh, I could just eat all the damn fast food I want, I could just do whatever and I'll be skinny forever, right? And now look at me now. I'm like self-conscious about wearing crop tops, even though crop tops is all I have worn like since high school. Like that's all that's in my closet. And now I don't wear any of that shit because I'm self-conscious of my stomach. Like it literally looks like I'm pregnant and I'm not. I mean technically I just ate, so it doesn't really count, but like I'd be looking like that every day now because my bloating issue is getting worse, I guess. I don't know. So now so I scheduled a doctor appointment for like October something. So I gotta go to that. And then I'm gonna like tell her all the issues I've been having and whatnot because I also haven't gone to the doctor as regularly as I should. Why does this shrimp look weird? Low key. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to the doctor, and I already know she's gonna be like, well, you should have been eating fiber since the fucking beginning of your life. And I'm gonna be like, well, it's not my fault, you know? Because my mom would literally just cook whatever other black moms be cooking, like, you know, the typical like spaghetti, pasta, mac and cheese, like just basic stuff, not necessarily like, you know, gourmet, healthy food, you know. And technically, I should have like realized this in my early 20s. Like I said, I could have easily just researched what to eat, but like I just wasn't paying attention to that because I was skinny, right? But now that I'm getting fat, my metabolism is like slowing down. You know, that's when it's like I'm starting to pay attention now, even though technically you're supposed to get ahead of it, right? Um, yeah, and it's funny too because there was a post I saw on TikTok, and it was like a post saying like, why are there so many like overweight men because men technically have everything in their favor. Like they never have to go through childbirth and they don't have like a lot of hormone issues going on and all this stuff. So they're like, why are men fat? And then I think men can lose weight faster than women or something like that, like the way that the muscle mass is set up and stuff like that. So it was a man making the video. He was like, you as a man should have no excuse to be fat. Like you don't go through anything that these women be going through, whatever. And you know, it makes sense for women to gain weight and lose weight all the time because they're going through all these body changes and shit, right? So of course all the men in his comment section, they were like butthurt about what he said, and they were like, why would you bring us down as a man? Like, why would you insult us like this, blah blah blah. And then other men were like, well, maybe I just like eating cupcakes sometimes, okay, right? So it's funny because all these men that were complaining in the comments, they be the same type of men to bash women and be like, you know, call women fat or overweight when they themselves don't even watch what they eat, you know? And I always find it funny because even men like that, like on my videos sometimes or whatever, they'll be like, oh, like, why are you so skinny? Or like, why do you look like that? Or whatever. And they be like, basically like body shaming me in a way, I guess. And I look at their profiles and it's like the ugliest man in the world. And I'm like, what are y'all doing, bro? Like, you look like that and you got the audacity to insult me, you know? So I just be thinking like, what is wrong with them? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But it's just interesting to me how like men just be insulting people. Cause me personally, like I know like beauty is like subjective and like, you know, looks don't matter to some people, whatever. But me personally, I'm not ugly and I know I'm not ugly, but at the same time I wouldn't consider myself like hella attractive or whatever. But end of the day, if I was like below the beauty standard, like if I actually did look ugly and I just accepted that or whatever, I'm not gonna be over here insulting people, calling them ugly when I know myself is ugly. You know, like that just don't make sense to me. Yeah, that's the thing. Like men be going to the gym for like 2 days and they lose weight. And women be taking like months to gain weight, lose weight, whatever. She got KFC manager vibes. What's funny is that like I barely go to KFC. I think I've gone to KFC like 5 times in my whole life. And I would also never be a manager of fast food. I feel like I would be too stressed out yelling at those teenagers to get the food ready. Be like, make us some more fried chicken, get the french fries on. You know, no, that's too much. Fan of Beyonce, did you see she has a new line with blue bottles? Yeah, I bought the whole line. You already know, bro. Soon as that came out, bought it all. I think it was like, well, technically I didn't buy it all because some of the stuff I don't really need. But yeah, I bought all that shit. You're late. You're like a month late, bro. And it's funny because the stuff that she sells, the hair stuff, I bought like the first collection and it's actually pretty good. Like the shampoo and conditioner work really well with my hair. They make my curls look better and everything. And then the blue collection is specifically meant for braids. So it's like there's like a calming spray in there, like to stop you from like itching or whatever. And then they have like an oil treatment, and then they have like another version of the shampoo. I bought the whole thing because I wear braids like every single day. She got watermelon. I don't like watermelon, bro. Why are you here? But yeah, anything Beyonce that you see, I have it. Like already done. But the best thing, I like her edge drops. The edge drop she sells is basically like to help grow your edges or whatever. But I just use it on my whole head, and it's basically helped me growing back my bald spot or whatever. And then it's funny because I see men be using it too. But the thing is, it's the most expensive thing in the hair collection because it's like $56. Yes, I know the price. I'm on my second bottle of it since she dropped it a year ago. But the edge drops definitely work the best, and I see men using it in their beard too, and they say that it's actually helping them to grow a damn beard. My spoon. I don't get why people be hating on like people's videos and stuff. Like, do y'all just not have jobs? I don't know. Anyways, this is the shrimp we got going on. I put oil in the pan and all my seasonings. I put it on the shrimp. Oop. Sometimes I'll be dropping the shrimp like underneath the damn stove. But should I cut up some stuff? I don't know. God, I'll be dropping my phone. But my pasta is finished. I think I cooked it I probably cooked it too long. Boy, what happened to Sassy Tia? I been Sassy Tia. What you mean? And it's funny because like Sassy Tia used to be my username on everything because my dad used to call me that when I was little. This is what the shrimp is looking like. La 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 la. And I was gonna cut up some vegetables because we do have like the color for all these colorful peppers and whatnot, like the red one, orange one, but I feel like those don't do anything. What is this? Chopped parsley. I'll just use this because it's in the fridge. My live is popping. What you mean? I think the most people I ever had in this live was like 200 or something, and that was when I was doing my hair. For some reason, everybody was watching that. I don't know why. So I have some. I think are these called red onions? Diced red onions. I'm gonna put that with the shrimp, just to give it a different texture. Ugh. And I also don't know how long to cook shrimp for. Don't know how long. Cause I know, like, I watched on the cooking show when they said, like, your shrimp starts like this, and then when it goes into an O, that means it's cooked. But sometimes I be overcooking it, and it turns out, like, rubbery. Or I undercook it. And then it turns out weird. But I don't know. Shrimp is just, like, my favorite thing to cook, I guess, because it's fast. Let's see. And then, but anyways, what did I talk about? See, yeah. I don't even know. I don't set a timer or nothing. I used to set like a timer for everything. Now I just kind of be like winging it, I guess. So now I gotta get a container to put my food in. And then I also gotta find the recipe that I had on TikTok, how it was like a jambalaya or something, like spicy jambalaya. And they put like sausage in there and like it was like Cajun pasta and everything, because I still gotta make that, because I think I've had it saved on TikTok for like a whole 2 years or something. I don't know. Ugh, I would not have containers, bro. And I could have sworn I just bought containers from Dollar Tree. And I'm like, where are they? It's like they just be disappearing. So this is too big. This is why I hate how we got so much stuff in here. Because now I'm like, which container matches with the lid? I don't know. Thanks. Part of me is like, things that men say don't annoy me, simply because I know men are like natural haters. But if a woman insults me, that's when I take it seriously. God damn. I'm looking in the wrong place, bro. Lots of anti-man vibes. Well, yeah. Aren't men the cause of most of the issues in the world? Like, do you see our president these days, bro? And it's funny because every time I say like something like anti-man or whatever, it's funny because clearly if you use common sense, you know that I'm not talking about all men. That should be like the obvious answer, right? But I know when men get butthurt about comments like that and they're like, oh, you just hate men. All men aren't like that. I know that they're self-projecting and they're actually one of the bad men. And it's kind of like the easiest way to like weed them out, I guess, because if you're saying like anti-man content to a regular man who knows that he's not a bad man, he's not going to give a fuck, right? He's not going to take it seriously. He knows it's not all men. So it's just kind of like obvious to weed them out that way. Blame that on past experience, not the present. I mean, not really though, because even if I never had a bad experience with a man, it's still always a man at the end of the day. Clock it. But I'm gonna put my shrimp. I'm not gonna use all of this. I'm gonna put the rice first. My dad made rice, I told y'all, and I just made pasta. So after I need a container for my shrimp. After I take the shrimp out of my container, I'm going to put some heavy cream in that shrimp sauce because like all the seasonings are already in there. So it's like, that's kind of like the easiest way for me to make a sauce is to just use the same pan. It's also less pans for me to wash. So I'm gonna put on my shrimp. And sorry if it's loud. I got the dishwasher on. The washing machine is on because I forgot to wash my clothes, my work clothes. And I think I overcooked this, bro. It looks a little rubbery. And I also need to buy more containers because if I had more containers, I would just put everything in like 5 containers for the whole week. But that's too much work. Yeah, I make like a little like roux type thing. So basically, this is what's left of the shrimp because like it's all the seasonings in there, the oil is already in there, like just the flavor, I guess. And pretty much I use this heavy whipping cream. It's going bad because I bought it a while ago, but I use this heavy whipping cream, and then I get Parmesan cheese, and that's how I make my cheese sauce for a lot of my stuff. Do-do-do-do-do. Dang, it's already been 35 minutes. I told y'all. If I would have did a video, this would never end. But I'm only going to be in here for like a couple more minutes, like 20 minutes. I'm going to make this sauce real fast. But let me... It's hard to cook and like hold this at the same time. If I had like a better cooking tripod, like something that I can like put up here so y'all could see, that would be better. Or if like, you know how like people stream and then they have like different angles going at the same time, like they have like this, like one camera on the food, one camera on them, one on the cutting board, like that would be cool if I could do that. But I don't even be doing cooking videos that often to be doing all that. So I pretty much just add like a little bit of Parmesan cheese at a time just to make the sauce thicker. It's probably too much. Make the sauce a little bit thicker. And then I have the heat on low heat. And then my pasta is sitting off to the side, ready to be put in here. And then this is basically how I make like mac and cheese too. When I make mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, I kind of just like cook the pasta, set it to the side, and then I'm like make the roux, and I pretty much just like slowly add the cheddar cheese to it to make it like creamy and stuff. And then, cause it's kind of like the same process, you know? Yeah, see, you know all these like technical terms. I'm like, put it on low heat, call it a day, right? And then I have my rice. My rice is already done because my dad made it. So I'm gonna just put my rice in one container, and then I'm gonna put my pasta in another container. And this rice looks overcooked. It's kind of squishy. White rice. But I don't know, like I just don't like eating the same thing every single day. So that's why I'm like, I like cooking for 2 days because I feel like 2 days is good enough. 2 days is good enough, and then I can like re-cook something else on Wednesday to last me the rest of the week, you know? And I also clearly don't have enough containers because I thought I bought more recently, but I guess not. Oh, that's too much cheese. So I pretty much just like wash my containers the day after I use them, and then I'll just use it for the next thing. But that's why it's also like annoying living with like your family still, because all of my food basically has to stay on one side of the fridge. And then like there was like one time where my dad accidentally ate my food and I didn't have lunch the next day, and I was like pissed off, and then you know he never touched my shit again. I mean, cooking is just not for me. Like, mostly because I just don't have time for it. Like, ideally, I think I would like baking because that's more of like a process. And then you get to like decorate the cakes or cupcakes, and, you know, it's more like delicate. But I don't know if I would like bake different things, like how they have like souffles or like cookies, brownies. They have all these different things you could bake, but I feel like I would just do like the basic things like cookies, brownies, and stuff. But I feel like if I didn't work, I would definitely have time for way more hobbies. Like I would be cooking more. I would be doing like going to a gym or doing like fun stuff like pottery, like just like more creative hobbies, I guess, rather than just doing social media. So this is what the sauce looks like. But it's just the fact that we gotta work jobs and then I don't have time to do stuff. Don't have time to do anything. So it's like the weekend is the only time I can do something. So this is what this looks like. So that can probably last me like, that's probably like 3 servings right there. Because normally I cook like after work. I don't normally cook like this on Sundays. Even though it's probably makes more sense. But I usually cook after work sometimes. And then I would meal prep like 2 servings of this for my lunch for like, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday or something. And then I would eat like the 3rd serving for dinner the same day I'm cooking it. Ooh, my legs. My legs are sore because I actually worked. Oops. My legs are sore because I actually worked out. I actually worked out last night and this morning. I turn off the stove. But I've been trying to exercise more, been trying to eat better, like, you know, just trying to do better, be healthy in general. And I also recorded like a lot of content this weekend. So basically I've been recording content like during the weekends, and then during the week I bought the new laptop, right? And I just realized, I'm like, damn, like what would I be doing on this laptop if I didn't have to edit or do anything like that? Because I was trying to look up like laptop like help videos, like tutorials or whatever, like how to set up certain settings or whatever. And a whole bunch of people apparently have laptops and they don't know what to do with them. And I'm like, dang, like y'all be just asking your parents to buy you $2,000 laptops and you don't even do anything on there, you know? Because at least like I would edit my videos or do like YouTube related things on there, you know? But these other kids don't be using their laptop for anything. So it does work, like I said, how I told you, like if I bought a laptop and a camera, it would make me more motivated, and it definitely has, I guess, because I used to be like dreading like making content, and I was like, oh, now I gotta edit this 20-minute long video into so much spiderwebs around. I gotta edit this 20-minute long video into a 10-minute video, and because people's attention spans are so long. Yeah, like meal prepping is like, it's efficient, but it's like you're also just eating the same thing and it's annoying. So they can have some and also have mine. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like technically I could cook for everybody, like make a big amount and then like use that for meal prep for 2 days, give the rest to my family. But then it's like I would feel like that money is going to waste, because I guess it's like I'm older, so people say like when you're older you should contribute to your parents' bills and whatnot. But I've always been against that, like how people be charging their kids like $400 rent, and sure, your kid is like 25, they should have money to spare for rent or whatever. But I personally wouldn't charge my kids, no matter how like old they are, even if they're like 35 still living at home, simply because the economy is terrible. And if you're charging your kids rent, how can they save up money to move out? It just don't make sense. And then people were saying like, oh, well, you're supposed to charge your kids rent, but then you put it to the side in a secret savings account, whatever. But I feel like if you don't tell your kid that you're doing that, they end up like hating you, resenting you, because they think that, you know, you're using their money. But me, if I was a parent, I wouldn't charge my kid, even if they were 35, because there's like a difference between like not being able to find a good apartment, or maybe you're still saving up a little bit more. There's a difference between that and just like sitting down doing nothing, especially if you're like unemployed and whatnot. Almost ended the live, even though I do gotta end it right now though. But anyways, see, I be almost messing up the washing machine. I be leaving cough drops in my pants. The laptop is good. It's very like heavy duty, and I'm glad I got the Pro. I'm glad I got the Pro because people said the Pro is good for editing, and I got like 1 terabyte. Is it 1 or 2 terabytes of storage? I don't know. Gotta look at the stats, but I got lots of storage, and I just ordered a hard drive from Amazon because people were saying it's better to edit your videos and store them on the hard drive rather than your actual laptop, because then the storage is gonna like be used up faster, obviously. But I don't know. Laptop is cool so far. It makes me feel like I'm doing something, I guess, rather than just like sitting in bed, just like being on TikTok all day. It makes me feel like more efficient when I'm like sitting on my laptop and looking at like video things or doing like research for new videos and stuff like that. Yeah, the hard drive I got is like a SSD hard drive. It costs like $100. Ooh, I'm dropping the shrimp. Goddamn. Let me taste one of these. It's actually pretty good. It's a little overcooked, but not that overcooked. And then I have some corn in the fridge. I'm gonna put some of that in there, because like all the vegetables we use for sides, kind of just like wrap it up in a bowl and then I just add it to my food. And then I'm also gonna stop eating like sugar, because ice cream is good to eat late at night, because sometimes I'm like overheated and it's good to like cool me down, or sometimes I'll exercise at nighttime and then it's cool to eat like ice cream afterwards. But I'm gonna stop doing that too, because like sugar in general it's what's making my cheeks stay chubby, you know? So basically got like a lot to do, because by the end, basically like by the time I turn 28, I'm trying to look completely different, like actually be in shape, not be out of breath when I go up and down the stairs, and just be like healthier in general. Because it's not like my goal is to live longer. So I don't really want to live for real in this world, but I'm here, so might as well take advantage of it. But what I'm trying to do is get watch time for my videos, because my watch time is slowly decreasing, because you need like 4,000 hours to get monetized. And I was almost at 4,000, but then like I started falling off, and you know, people just not watching my videos, so I got less and less watch time. So now I'm back at like, I need like 400 more hours of watch time, which is annoying, because you think about like 400 hours, that's a lot, you know, especially if my videos are only like 5-10 minutes long. You know, you gotta sit there and watch the videos for that long. So I'm gonna try and join some like YouTuber groups with like other YouTubers and see if we could like watch each other's videos. and hopefully that will get my watch time up, because other than that, like, if I gotta restart my whole watch time, that's gonna like piss me off, because it basically like slowly expires over the year. And if you aren't consistent, then like all your watch time that you got for the whole year is slowly gonna disappear, you know? So that's why you're supposed to get monetized as quick as possible. But I fell off like multiple times, so kind of my fault. But same time it's not, because even if when I am consistent and I do post videos, like people still don't watch my videos. So what do you want me to do? You know? So pretty much like I used to even watch my own videos, like have my iPad just going. But I don't know. Because like I said, I would still do it even if I didn't get paid. But it's to the point where like I'm trying to be in grind mode so I don't have to work a 9 to 5 and I can get paid for it. So yeah, but I need to just get in like a creator group so we could like watch each other's videos. I think like I don't know if they changed the rules, but they said that lives do help with watch time. So like if I make an hour-long live and then like a whole bunch of people are on here, then I can get watch time by doing that. But I don't know if that is true, because you know in my lives don't usually, they aren't usually an hour long, and I don't usually have a lot of people watching it, you know. But it does help a little bit because people like people like to see lives from time to time. And even if I got really famous, I would still do lives to like interact with like my fans and whatnot. So there's two things ready to go. Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday is done. I got the rest of my shrimp packaged up, so that way Wednesday when I come home from work I can meal prep again, and I'll cook my salmon. I'm gonna put this pasta away. And then the worst thing why I hate cooking is because you have to wash your dishes afterwards, you know? Because I wouldn't mind it if I was like married and I would cook the food. I wouldn't mind cooking as long as like my husband could wash the dishes. I wouldn't mind that. But the fact that I gotta do the prep and the cooking and the cleaning, I don't like that. But technically, I don't have a lot to wash because I did cook it all in that one pan, and then I use like the strainer and my tiny pot for the pasta. So it's not a lot to wash. And then after this, I'm gonna go upstairs and shower while my clothes are in the dryer. And then I might film like a skincare video, or like a, what is it called? Like get ready for bed with me or something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to do like more like tiny videos rather than like long form, even though I do need long form content for the watch time because it has to be over like 3 minutes to count towards the watch time. But I'm also trying to do like short form content too, because I also do like TikTok, Snapchat, and I post on Instagram, even though like Instagram is low-key like a lost thing at this point because nobody be going on there. But it's like I still post on there because I do photography still. Like I still take pictures and stuff. And then for dinner tonight, I'm gonna just eat some fruit, some strawberries that I got, and I'm gonna just have to accept that I'm probably gonna be starving at nighttime, I guess. Because I just gotta start eating smaller food and not having like my meals so big. Oh, the salmon, I don't cook it like on the stove anymore because like for the longest time I thought you were supposed to like take off the salmon skin or like leave the salmon skin on. I don't know. But every time I cooked it in the pan, it was like the skin would burn and like it would just cook weird, I feel like. So now when I cook it, what's been working is when I put it in the oven. So now I've just been putting it in the oven for like 30 minutes, I think. And it definitely turns out like way softer. And like even like the skin is soft and everything. Cause I think you're allowed to eat the skin, but I don't like eating the skin. So I usually take that part off. But you're not gonna see it because it's gonna be cooking in the oven. I'm also trying to get to 1 hour on this live. That's why I'm still on here for real. It's also weird being home alone because I don't know. I didn't used to be scared of the dark, but now I feel like I low-key am. I don't know. Is that weird? I don't know. And it's only 8 o'clock, but it feels like later. Take skin off the salmon. Yeah, I think like all skin on everything is supposed to be healthy for you. Like how they have like skin on like apples or skin on different fruits and vegetables and stuff. It's all supposed to be healthy for you. But it's just like the texture isn't like enjoyable to eat, you know? Like apparently you're supposed to eat like banana peels too. Like you know when people blend fruit for their smoothies and stuff, you're supposed to put like all of that in the smoothie. You're not really supposed to be like taking it off, I guess. I don't know. And I was gonna buy one of those the little blenders, like the NutriBullet ones, and just start like blending the fruit. But I feel like I've never really been a fan of smoothies either. Or maybe I could like look up like tropical smoothie recipes or something, start making my own, so I don't have to just eat the fruit like raw all the time. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I don't eat bananas though. But like I said, I'm still like in the process of trying new things. And you would think that I would have tried things when I was younger. Like it shouldn't have taken me this long to try beans. But here we are. I finally tried beans, but the thing is funny. I literally closed my eyes to eat them. Or like I would have to put other food in my mouth first, like put some shrimp in my mouth and then eat the beans afterwards. So that way I can't really taste the beans. Like it's still weird. My night is fine. I'm about to edit more videos. Like I still have videos I haven't edited from like 4 years ago, bro. They've just been like sitting in my camera roll for the longest time, which is bad. But it's like y'all can always tell if the video is old depending on like how my hair is in the video because I always change my hair. So if I'm posting in a different hairstyle other than this, you know it's an old video. Hiking is crazy. Every time I go hiking, I be like out of breath and I be mad that my shoes got all muddy and there's so much bugs out there. Hey, Muffin. That's a cute name. Muffin. Thanks. I did my makeup good today, even though I didn't film a tutorial on this look, of course. And then for work tomorrow, this girl sent me a message on the work app and she was like, yeah, like we're all gonna wear orange tomorrow because the boss has like leukemia and I guess it's like national no, it's not leukemia, it's like something that starts with L. She's like, yeah, it's national like something day and we want to wear orange for her. And I was like, I just didn't respond to the message because I'm like, do I wear orange for the boss that doesn't help us with shit? You know, like I really don't like her like that. So it's like, do I wear orange? Because I don't even have an orange work shirt to wear because I haven't been working there that long. Don't have an orange work shirt to wear. So I'm gonna just do my makeup orange, I guess. And they're gonna be like, where is your orange shirt? And we'll be like, it's on my fucking face. You know, because I feel like if I don't do it, then I'm considered like a mean person. They're gonna be like, why didn't you wear orange? Like, dang, you don't want to support her thing? Like, you know? But I'm not one to really do like spirit days and whatnot because apparently every daycare in the damn world be having spirit days. Like, all those national days on the calendar, how they have like National Coffee Day, National Lollipop Day. Like the daycare follows all those things, and it's really annoying. So I already know for Halloween, since it's on a Friday, I'm gonna be dressing up because I'm going out for Halloween later that night. So I'm gonna wear like partially my costume, but during that whole week, I already know they're gonna be like, oh, on Monday wear black, Tuesday wear orange, you know. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like this place, they love to ask for things that I don't like doing. But anyways, I gotta go wash these dishes, bro, and then jump in the shower. Yeah, Walmart. I never worked at Walmart. Yeah, y'all have a good night. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes when I meal prep food, I'm more likely to go live during my lunchtime. So maybe catch me tomorrow or whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to do this more often. It's just really annoying. I don't have like time by myself that's like quiet a lot. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna work on the content. Like the content is coming, okay? Watch the video all the way through though. Okay, even if you have an iPad, laptop, whatever, play my videos over and over again. Do that. Keep it running. Give me that watch time over and over again. Yes, 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 yes. Like literally, because I got no problem doing that with other people. Like I will literally have like my laptop, iPad, you know, everything running. Get the numbers up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Bye.